Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here at lostrelicgaming. I'm your host, Relic. Today, we return to Mount Holly for another journey into the mercurial grounds of the estate. We, as Simon, will try to find our way into the locked and isolated antechamber to claim our inheritance and justify the confidence of our dearly departed Uncle Herbert Sinclair. So grab some cocoa and settle into your most comfortable chair as we try to draft the perfect blueprints in Blueprince. Here we are, back in the entryway. Let's start off to the right. And there's the mailroom. The Cinca Company. Brass compass and 2 gems. Alright. Draw floor plans, leading north more frequently. All very helpful. Let's go with the spare room. Make our way over to the west hallway. Parlor or pantry? The box that claims to be black has the gems. This is the blue box. This is the black box. These two are clearly both lies, which means that has to be true. These get more tricky as you move through the game. But for now, they're just getting you used to the logic puzzles. Grab our gems, move north. Draft the den. Take our gem. Keep going north. Take the courtyard. We haven't seen this one yet. Beautiful. Use that right away. Got some coins. Got some more coins. Up to 16. North we go. Bedroom, storeroom, and chapel. Take the storeroom. There's a coin. Car and a card. For those of you trying to keep track and take notes, I could tell you what the relation is between them, but the clue is in the first episode. We'll move on and let you figure it out. The drawing room's nice. Kitchen's not bad. The pantry is free and goes north. Hold on to those gems for now. Take an apple. Take some coins. These notes say the same thing every day. More clues there. Again, I know what it means, but I'm not going to spoil it. Okay. Well, we'll go with nursery. Getting that early helps. Well, it's a dead end. Oh, dice are nice. And here's some lore. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of red rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book, his eyes turned down. If he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed. And maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. Okay. There's some more. There appears to be nothing else in this room. So now it's time to backtrack back to the courtyard. And now to the den. This would be a good place for a dead-end room, such as the guest bedroom. 10 steps from the nursery for drafting a bedroom. No, actually, that 10 steps was for the guest bedroom. The nursery was just a couple extra. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I have had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you'd retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles, and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Well, we already saw that puzzle and solved it. Is there anything in here? No, there's no key items hiding. Alright, so now we head back to the entryway. Entrance hall, rather. Alright, so here's where it's tricky, but we have dice, so if we get stuck, we can, oh, the utility closet. That would have been better to get than the guest bedroom. However, let's go to the commissary. Once again, with bridge, without bride. It's a pretty clear clue if you know what you're looking for. Okay, so magnifying glass, sledgehammer, sleeping mask, running shoes. Gonna grab that magnifying glass. You can buy 2 of the 3 here now. Sledgehammer is always useful. Let's go running shoes. Maybe we'll find more coins to to come back for that sleeping mask. Maybe we won't. It's a blast from the past there. Now we head east. We've got a hallway which will waste an entrance, but will get us to the east hallway. Kitchen will bring us north. Nook will bring us north. Well, we just spent all of our money, so the kitchen's sort of a waste right now. The Nook gives us a key and doesn't waste an exit. Journey noteworthy. Let's see. Now that we've got this, antechamber appears to be sealed by all four sides. Alright. I do believe the mailroom also has something we can see with the magnifying glass, so I'm going to go check that while we're very close. Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Okay. Turns out that's not particularly helpful. Anything here? I don't think so. No. Got pine and pin. Alright, so those are a few steps tossed aside. But we were close to the entryway, so it's not the worst thing. Here is a beautiful spot for this passageway. The hallway is also pretty good, but that leaves that one room unreachable right now. Passageway is one of the few rooms that you can draft that opens in all four directions. Let's start by heading east. We'll take the bedroom. The other two won't help us. Oh, the chapel would help us. Okay, let's take the chapel. I'm looking down here because sometimes you can find coins on the floor, but not today. Let's head south. We've got corridor. Let's try to draft a dead end over here. We've got a few of them. Okay. I know that's the solution, I just can't figure out why it's not doing the thing. It's supposed to do a thing. Well, that's foreknowledge that we shouldn't even have, really. Although, there has been something that told us it's purple that we want. Listen to that music. We head north. dark room this close to the utility room is excellent. So let's go turn that light back on. If you recall, this is where we found the battery in day 1, which allowed us to craft the power sledge. $11.28. There's our uncle, Herbert Sinclair. Take a key. Once again, take a look at that. We'll learn who that is later if you haven't guessed. Right, it says there, doesn't it? Overexposed photos. There's the maids. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Okay. That'll say the same thing again. Let's travel west. We've got bedroom, we've got walk-in closet, and we have weight room. Let's throw caution to the wind here. Lose half our steps. We've got this, which we opened with that sledge. Oh, and the destruction of structural elements will reset every few days. Is on a red notepad. Southern door to the antechamber is now unlocked. As you see here, passageway door is open since we've already drafted it. Let's head west. Our first locked door. There's security, which leaves us with an empty room in the middle. We're going to take hallway. Another red note. Locksmith. Keys for sale. We have 0 coins. I think it's time for a redraw. Bunk room. Give us some more steps back. $11 in total, thanks to the nursery. I don't remember if there's anything here for the magnifying glass. Doesn't look like it. Say hello, little hamster. Hello. Now we've got a solid first 4 ranks. The gymnasium. Car keys. Key card reader is not powered on, as we have not yet unlocked the security room in this run through. That door stays closed. Closet, dining room, and observatory. Take the dining room for the extra steps if we can get to rank 8. There's security. We do have the gems for it, so we're going to use it. Red memos equal lies unless written by hand. Staff notice, terminal password is now legible. Let's use it. First, we'll check inventory. We've missed nothing so far. Keycard system. We'll set the security level to high. And we'll change offline mode to unlocked. Now we've got the maximum number of unlocked doors from the keycard system. Log into network. Electronic time card temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff has been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more details. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except for you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we are all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. Well, thank you. Request schedule change. Again, like punching in and out. Same notice. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. They can take 1 to 3 days. Let's place an order. Which do we want? Go sledgehammer. Get that in 1 to 2 days. All right. Is that it? Yeah, that's all for staff services. Remote terminal access. View active terminals. No other terminals are currently connected. Electronic mail. The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Data transfers. Press Enter to return to the network menu, as they are not available. Glossary of terms. Okay. I believe that was everything we needed, right? Yeah. Start east. Okay. Go north, see if that's locked. It is not. Drawing room, boudoir. Go to boudoir. Grab some more steps. What have we here? The clue for this one was something we just looked at. And this time, I am going to use some foreknowledge. Grab the gem. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play with the king's scullion, and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. So that's from our dad. Okay. Bedroom, rumpus room. Rumpus room's got coins, but that mask, I'm not sure it'll be too helpful right now. It's okay. Get a banana. Pick up our coins. Insert coin.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
I wish I was big.
The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon, a door that is always locked yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alazara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
All right. Thanks, Zoltar. Is there more to read in here? I don't think there is, but I'm gonna look. While we have the magnifying glass. Another clue. One key left. Bedroom turns north. Gives us some steps. I don't think there's anything on this. No. What? No, there's not. This room is sadly empty. Another clue. Locked. Well, without a key, we may have just run into the end of this run. No key. Got gymnasium, weight room, and dark room. And hopefully one of them has an opening. Alright. Drawing room it is. It's a clue. We'll give you the opportunity to be observant here, if that's your thing, before I go and do the thing. Unfortunately, this one I don't remember, nor do I remember quite how I solved it. I just know it was something with the paintings. Well, terrace, wine cellar, maid's chamber. We get a free redraw here. We're gonna take it. Go billiard room. nice. Alright, there's another coin. And this puzzle, although the numbers change, the patterns remain. So it's the same solution, although you have to press different numbers as you go. What is this one? Yes, 2 again. No, wasn't. Alright. Alright. That's a pretty good find, considering we were locked. Did we ever draft that dining room? We did. Okay. Do we go north here? Or do we backtrack? Let's go north. No, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's go. Take the workshop. Grab the broken lever. We've got one word highlighted in bold. So 8, message. I think that's the only lyric that's a clue, if I recall correctly. The true box does not always contain the prize. We know that one. Oof. Gotta take some items, right? No, make do with what we have for now, so that we can move further along in the east hallway. Now let's grab some items. Dinner bell. Another key. Pair of gems. A lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Well, we don't really have many rooms left, so that's not the most useful find. There's a clue. We are in this room. This is T. Where's that other picture? Oh, yeah. That is the other picture. So, piecing the clues together, with and without, from security room. That and this leaves us with T. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what this is here, but that's okay. Alright, let's head back to that dining room. Look outside. Dinner is served. Today's main course, porterhouse steak. Delightfully expensive steak cut, bone-in, and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. Plus 20, plus an additional 10 if you have a showroom in your house. I do not. Could have saved the dinner for when I was done drawing rooms. Back to security. Through the boudoir to the bedroom. Use our last key. Office will take both our gems. It will also get us into the antechamber. Whereas the conference room could actually be very useful. Haven't quite cut off the antechamber, just cut off the southern entrance. There's no way to get over here into these four now. So, we'll take the orange, plus 5 steps. No hidden note there. How about here? Red card, not handwritten. That is not the safe code. Okay, beautiful. We've got a guaranteed unlocked door. West Wing Hall or Observatory. Let's go for the hall. This time, I don't see what I'm looking for here, so let me re-roll. And I still didn't get it. That's disappointing. I was trying to get the garage. Chief and a chef. It's this one. That's all those in here, right? Gems. Okay, back to the conference room. If this is locked, that's the run. It is, however, there is a clue we saw. Heading. uncover what it is because, no, you know what? That's not going to do any good at this point. So I'll leave that. We'll do something that may actually prove somewhat useful. Rather than buy something that won't help. Here we go. Saw that locked gate in the picture. Saw carved into the tree. The number is 1128. And I went the wrong way. That's okay. We got plenty of steps. Plenty of steps. Especially with the track shoes saving us another one there. Got this still open. Is there anything in here to use the magnifying glass for? We'll come back to that. No, I did go the right way the first time. Alright, not gonna come back to that. I'll look in here now. Nothing there. Nothing there. Anything down here? This will still be locked. Right. Check this note over here. I don't remember if it has anything for the magnifying glass to decipher or to reveal. One backup lever for each antechamber door has been installed in separate locations for redundancy. However, we have been told that the locations of this reserve system will not be disclosed to the staff. Up here, north lever underground, north of reservoir. Okay. So there are 8 levers, not 4. I think so. Maybe it's 6. Back out, back up. Now we will go looking again for that locked gate. It was actually not difficult to find. I just had a bit of a brain fart. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 8. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps, which is rather amazing. Twist that because when you see stuff you can interact with, you interact and see what happens. Gardener's Logbook. Soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots in the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from this survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship on the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. Survey results. I'll screenshot this one. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with a much more appropriate angel, Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? And there is that red. Now, I do believe that's the end of our run. See here, Apple Orchard is a permanent addition. The sledgehammer did no good. We saw 0 chests in that run. Okay. Note to self, no more dead ends part way up the west wing, especially when there are dice to roll. What? And with that, it's time to call it a day. Day 2 of Blueprince is now in the books. We've solved a few things and have uncovered several more mysteries as Simon's story unfolds. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. If you've made it this far, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to help the channel grow. I'm Relic, and this is Lost Relic Gaming. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you again for the next installment of Blueprince.